Healthcare is also free of charge. When you are
Oh, nice.
pregnant, they will treat you. You have your room. The hospital will be cooking for you when you want to give birth. You don't even need. And school kids don't go to school with have a high rate visa acceptance. So like the WHO named it as the easiest country and the cheapest country to immigrate to. They are number
Hi
one.
guys, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to have you come back. Thank you so much for clicking. Niger Princess here. Always, I'm always there for you. You guys, you know that. So today we have a very special somebody in the
A
house.
special somebody.
She's here to speak to us about the country of Portugal and how you can also, migrate to Portugal anywhere you are, whether in Nigeria, in Kenya. My people, you guys, I'm serving it hot, okay? So today we have Sherry in the house. I'll just let her introduce herself. But before then, if you have not subscribed to the channel, this is the best time for you to subscribe to the channel and also try as much as possible to give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into the video. Hi, Sherry. Good to have you in the house.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally, we are doing something like this. Okay, so guys, my name is Cherry, and I am a Nigerian immigrant living in Sweden and Portugal, and I have a YouTube channel where I talk about Europe, how to move to Europe, or any way that or any pathway that will be easy for you to relocate. So I'm really, really happy that we are going to do this today, so that we will share information about Portugal for anyone out there that is looking for opportunity in Europe.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, you said you live in Portugal and, of course, in Sweden. So, how
Yes.
do you manage to stay in two countries? I don't know. Is that possible? How do you do that?
Well, I live in Sweden and I study and work in Portugal. So it's more like end of the break or end of during holiday, I move back to Sweden, and during when school starts, I go back to Portugal. So yeah.
So, okay, moving to Portugal, yeah. As Nigerians or as Africans, is it so easy? How is life over there, living over there as an African?
Thank you so much for that question. Okay, like generalizing it as an African, I feel like Portugal might be the best place in Europe that you can move to, from my opinion.
Oh,
Because if you are someone that, especially if you are someone that is a lot more sensitive to people's actions and people's words, people's look, then you might just respect yourself and choose Portugal. Because before, I was like, when I was searching for countries to move to, I am that kind of person. I am like really
okay.
sensitive to people's actions and all that. So my very first thing to look towards was how friendly the people are towards Black people, and how
Okay.
they treat people in general, and like how helpful they are and all that. So I was skeptical at first when it came to Portugal, but then I saw a lot of videos of people like saying that, I mean, this is the country that they feel at home. And also, some of my friends in Portugal were as well telling me that they really feel at home. And also, considering that Portugal also have, like in Africa, we also have Portuguese speaking African countries. So most of these people also move to Portugal, and then they become Portuguese. They become also like Portuguese people. So when normal, like native Portuguese people see you, they will not differentiate you from the like Portuguese speaking African countries. Yeah. So they will treat you the same way. I remember the first time that I came, I wanted to buy something. I wanted to buy my call card. And after that, I was moving across the road and I saw an old woman. It was so hot, and she saw me and she started speaking Portuguese to me. She was saying something and she was like, "Oh my God!" That I understood that she was trying to say like, "Today is so hot," and
Yeah.
something like she wanted to take her car, but she decided to walk. But I was amazed that, I mean, she don't even know me and she can even talk to me that way.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was really trying to respond. And that is not the only case. I've seen a lot of those cases where they will think that you are like normal person, just like a human being, and they will talk to you. You don't even know them. They will talk to you. They will try to help you and everything. So I think it's a great country if you are considering a place that, especially people with family, if you are considering a place that you would want to like rest and really be friends. I mean, like enjoy life, then you might want to think about Portugal. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the different options for people who are looking into migrating to Portugal, maybe this year, what are the different options? I know you talked about migrating through school. I've watched some of your videos where you talked about that. But are there other options? Okay, school is there. Are there other options that people can actually use to migrate to Portugal?
Okay, so recently the Portuguese embassy or the Portuguese government brought out what we call job seeker visa. So this job seeker visa is also like the Germany job seeker visa, Sweden job seeker visa, Austria job seeker visa. What it means is that you do not need a job offer for you to see yourself in Portugal. And the good part of it is that they don't require any degree. So if you have your high school, that is okay. They don't require any degree. They don't require any BSc, any masters. So I will send you a link. So on that link, you will see all the documents that they need. But it is normal, like the application form. They need you to have an insurance. You have to buy a Schengen insurance that covers at least 4 months. The total of the time is 4 months. You would need like 120 plus 60 days. That is 60 days. That is around 6 months. That is how much you will stay in Portugal. So these 6 months, you will use these 6 months to find job in Portugal. So if you find job in Portugal, then you will change your visa to work visa. If you don't find job in Portugal, then you might have to go home. So that is how it works. And the good part of it, or the difference with this visa and like Sweden, Germany, and Austria, is that you can do menial jobs as you are looking for formal jobs. You can as well do menial jobs to support yourself. So you need to have at least 2,000. You need to have 705 euros per month. So you calculate it 705 times 4. That is how much you need to have in your account before you can apply for this. Then there is also another form, an expression of interest that you are looking for job that you as well see. If you read through that website, everything is explained very well. You also download that form, you fill it, you sign it, you get all the necessary documents, you go to the Portuguese embassy and you submit your document. So it takes around maybe 2 months, 1 to 2 months for that to come out. So if it comes out, you then book your accommodation in Portugal and you come to Portugal. Then you can start looking for work. Then when you come to look for work, in as much as they don't require a degree, but if you have skills, if you have like skills in, let's say, product analysis, product management, graphic design, and let's say project management, business related, IT related, and also finance, auditing. If you also have experience in that, customer care also is a very, very like lucrative job that you can easily find like work in here in Portugal. And also administrative jobs, you can as well find that. Then all you need to know is your English. You need to make sure that you can speak English. And if you can speak maybe French or other language, it will also be additional like upper hand for you, because there are some customer care that will require English and French person to be in. Yeah. So with that, when you submit your visa, you can start applying for job immediately, so that when you now come to Portugal, you already know how to navigate everything. So that is one pathway that people can use. Then another pathway is what we call digital nomad visa. So this digital nomad visa, you do not need job offer in Portugal, but you need to have a remote job. You need to have a job that you do online. So that job needs to be paying you a specific amount of money that the Portuguese embassy mentioned. So if you are earning that amount of money every month, all you need is your job offer from that company. You need your payments slip, your salary to prove that they are paying you this much. And then you need a bank statement of about 5,000 to 8,000 or something thereabout to be in your bank. Then you need to get an accommodation. You need to get an accommodation in Portugal. You need insurance. And with this, you can be able to go and register for the digital nomad visa. So when you get the digital nomad visa, you can move into Portugal, and then you will be able to get your resident permit. So with that resident permit, maybe if they give you 3 years, then after that 3 years, you can change it to maybe you can now get a job in Portugal. If you don't want to continue your remote job, you get a job in Portugal, and then you change it to a normal open work visa. So if you stay in Portugal from the day that you land in Portugal, even with job seeker visa, so far you still have your visa and your permanent resident, your resident permit. In 5 years, you can get your citizenship in Europe, and you can as well get your permanent residency in Europe. So one good thing about Portugal is that if you have family, if you are newly married, I will encourage you to move to Portugal. If you are about to get married, I will also encourage you to move to Portugal, because if you stay in Portugal for 1 year and above, and you give birth to your child will automatically be a Portuguese citizen.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So your child will automatically be a Portuguese citizen. So that is why people choose it, because I mean that is a future that you are giving to your child to hold a passport
Yeah.
that will enter almost 190 something.
1 year.
Yes, yes, you just
Wow.
stay 1 year. And so even with the job seeker visa, it counts. So you just have to, with the job seeker visa, you just need to make sure that the job that you are coming to look for is lucrative and you can be able to find it in Portugal, in as much as it does not require any degree. So another visa is D7 visa. So the D7 visa also work as digital nomad visa, but maybe there might be some changes which will now remove the D7 visa. So the D7 visa is people are also coming into Portugal with D7 visa. You need to be earning at least minimum of 800 per month in your home country. You don't need job offer. If you have a business on your own, or you are working for someone and you are earning at least 800 euro per month, then you can use it to apply for this D7 visa. And you can even apply with your family and you can move to Portugal with your family. So you can move to Portugal with your family. It is for 2 years or 2 years, and after they will change it to another 2 to 3 years, and you can get your citizenship. So that is how these are the ways. And then of course the work permit, which might be a little more difficult because most of them might need someone already in Portugal. That is why the government introduced the job seeker visa.
So, but the visa processing, is it very easy to
Yes,
get?
yes.
Yeah.
Portugal have a high rate visa process. They have a high rate visa acceptance. So, like the WHO named it as the easiest country and the cheapest country to immigrate to. They are number one. So, if you have your documents complete, you have your financial document complete without any fake document, you will surely get your visa. So, that is very, very certain. You will surely get your visa.
Oh wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And all of these processes you've talked about, it's very possible to also migrate with family, or it's just for the D7 visa.
For the D7 visa, it's possible to migrate with family. For digital nomad visa, so far you can prove with your income can be able to sustain your family. Yes, you can as well move with your family, because when you now get to Portugal, you'll be getting permanent resident permit, and with resident permit, your family can come over. Actually, before it's like you move first and then your family come over, but now the government have changed it. You and your family come over at the same time. So it's only job seeker visa that you cannot move with your family because it's just 6 months. I mean, what are you taking that risk for? So you
Yeah.
go first, and when you find job and transfer it, then your family can come over.
So for people that want to go to Portugal for schooling, is it also very easy for them to also get visa? And
Hmm.
yes, can you also migrate with your family?
Yes, yes, you can migrate with your family. I think for masters, I have not handled any bachelors before, but I know that for masters, you can move with your family at the same time when you are doing your visa. You do your family visa too, so you can move with your family. And their visa rate is very, very, very high. I have never heard of anyone that they denied visa for student visa. So far, you pay your tuition, you get the school offer letter, original offer letter, you get all the necessary documents, your Schengen insurance, your proof of fund, everything is okay, you will get your visa. So it's also that easy.
Okay, that's amazing. I think I'm already considering moving to Portugal right now. Okay, but I want to also find out what's the cost of living like living in Portugal, because people are always like scared of moving to the UK. You know, when you think about UK, you think about tax that you're going to be paying, you think about cost of living and all that. How is cost of living generally in Portugal?
Well, cost of living depends on the place that you live in. So I will take myself for example because I live in Lisbon, the center of Lisbon. So it might be a little bit expensive, but it will not be compared to UK. What I spend every month, because I live in the city center, right? So what I spend every month with let's remove the accommodation. What I spend every month with my feeding, with my recharging this and recharging that, my monthly bill is around 200 to 250 euros per month. Yeah, that is what I spend. And also because I eat a lot, I eat a lot of snacks. I eat a lot of snacks, so it might be high up to that. But if you're someone that cook at home and you don't have longer throat like me, then it might be lesser than that. That is for Lisbon. Then if you go to other cities like that are away from Lisbon, it will be way lesser than that. Yeah, it will be way lesser than I know that for my weekly cooking my food and everything is not up to it's like 20 euros every week. So it's around 20 euros. So I mean, if you calculate that compared to other European countries, it might be way lesser. So if you move away from Lisbon, the capital city, you will get everything very, very cheap. But if you are in Lisbon, then it will be a bit like mine. But also know that the salary will also be higher than the other places.
Okay. Okay, so as a Nigerian, do you find your Nigerian food in Portugal? Is it hard to get
Well,
Nigerian?
yes. I remember when I was really craving for soup. I was craving so much for soup, and I took a train. I think it was raining so much, but I don't care. I did not care. And then I went to the place. It's they have a place in Lisbon. I know that they have a place in Lisbon. So there is a restaurant. So I went there. I got my pounded cassava and soup. Yes. So you can find it. I don't know about other cities, but I know that you can find it in Lisbon, or you can even cook it yourself. So yeah, because they also sell like palm oil. You can also find those things.
So guys, you see, actually finding your food is not the problem. Don't tell me that you cannot move abroad because I cannot find apple, I cannot find gari, I cannot find rice or matoke or whatever. If you're coming from anywhere in Africa, it's very easy to move to Portugal. Thank you so much, Sherry. So let's ask you the last question for today. What's your advice for anybody who is planning to move to Portugal to reside, either as a single person or as a family? What's like your advice here?
Okay, so my advice will be before you make your move, try to get a skill. Try to analyze the country. Maybe you check for the shortage skills in Portugal, type it on Google, then you will see the shortage skills. Pick one and try to get that skill because that skill will help you so much. And another thing is that even though a higher rate of people in Portugal speak English, I mean up till now I don't know how to speak Portuguese, but also try to learn Portuguese when you now arrive. Try to, because it will help you so much. If you just open your mouth and speak Portuguese to them, they will help you so much because they will think that you are also a Portuguese from the African country that speaks Portuguese. So they will help you so much. You can get jobs, you can get opportunities everywhere. Then another advice that I would give is if you are coming through studies, when you're in your class, try to find a Portuguese friend. Try to make a Portuguese friend because they will also help you when you tell them, oh, this is how can I do this? They will direct you to where you can get this, where you can get that, where how you can find job, where you can. They will even introduce you and recommend you to job opportunities. So, I mean, yeah, with this, I think it will make your life way easier, especially if you also come with your family and your kids. That will also help you because you will now find places to put your kid in school to buy this, buy that, and yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned school for kids. For people coming with children, how is like school there? Is education free of charge for children?
Yes. Children education is free of charge in public schools, but you also need to know that they're teaching Portuguese. So first, when your kid come in, they will as well attend the Portuguese classes. But kids within 6 months they already master the language. Within six
Yes.
months, so you don't even need to worry about them. Don't even worry about yourself. You don't even need to
Yourself.
worry about them because they
Yeah.
go to school. I mean, every day you are calculating this, calculating that, but they are focusing on school and they also would want to interact with their fellow classmates. So that will make them to put their interest in the language. So within 6 to 1 year, they already know the language very well, more than you can ever think of. So
Yes,
their school, that is not even a problem. Their healthcare is also free of charge. When you are
nice.
pregnant, they will treat you. You have your room. The hospital will be cooking for you when you want to give birth. You don't even need, and school kids don't go to school with food. They have food in the school. So all you need to Yes, all you need to think about is your breakfast. Make them morning breakfast.
Just
Send them
bathe
to
them.
school.
Let me
They
see.
will eat, come back with full belly.
I love this part. I love this part because I know how it's taking a child to school every morning. It can be
Exactly.
really stressful, and you have to make food, different kinds of food, and it's really stressful. Wow, wow. This is like an eye opener, and I never knew that Portugal was, had this kind of opportunities for people to migrate to. Okay, I always think, because each time I come to YouTube, you always see move to Portugal, school, that. It's always very hard for you to see someone define different opportunities that you can actually find in Portugal. And this is really, really amazing for me. And I'm sure that other people out there also can also testify. Thank you so much, Sherry. God bless you. I really appreciate. And this is Mado. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, let's just call it a day. We're going to be having Shelly. Shelly has to come back to this channel again to come and tell us other opportunities that we can migrate to. Because me, I'm already gathering my papers and I want to migrate, so I'm looking for where to move. I cannot remain in Africa forever. I need to look for where to carry my bag and my kayak to. Okay, so Sherry, you have to come back here again to come and gist us. We need to know how to migrate to any other country. I'm going to be dropping Sherry's link down below. Check it at the description box. Please subscribe to our channel. She has amazing, amazing countries you can move to easily. And please subscribe to Sherry's channel, Next Step with Sherry. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is the best time for you to do so. If not, I will not bring back Sherry again. Okay? This is the best time for you to do so. Okay, until we come your way next time. Thank you so much for watching and see you on my next video. Bye, guys.